effectively a leadership race for his own job. How does this contradiction, how do we find an explanation for this apparent contradiction? And there are supporters of the Prime Minister deeply frustrated that they haven't been able to make more of some of these positive signs. And indeed his critics within his own party who say the same thing, who fear that he can't tell his story even when it's a good news story from the government's point of view. There is also the reflections that we heard there from the folk in
and you can't get some
yes, the economy might be growing, but it's still anemic. Yes, net migration might be falling, but the impacts, positive and negative of migration, are there for plenty of people to observe, and waiting lists might be falling, but they're still pretty high. I think, in essence, the Prime Minister, though, might just occasionally look at the news right now and think,
and thank you as well.
Chris Mason, thank you.
And thank you. And the bell rings.
This is part of an investigation into the process of how candidates were put forward for May's local election in Tameside.
Everyone else gets one, but not me.
Police said 4 men and 1 woman were detained on suspicion of conspiracy to defraud. The arrests follow reports of concerns about candidates in the St Peter's Ward in the days immediately before and after the 7th of May election. Long-awaited guidance on single-sex spaces in Britain has confirmed that a service such as a public toilet or a changing room must be used on the basis of biological sex. The code, published by the Equalities Watchdog, has been written after the Supreme Court ruling last year, which said the words woman and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refer to biological and biological sex, Alison Holt reports.
I've got to make this
Public
video.
toilets and changing rooms vital for many people's busy lives, and now an everyday battleground for what is meant by a single-sex space under equality law.
We're going to
Today,
do Joel
after 8 months
3.
of waiting, the government has published guidance which aims to help service providers and associations navigate what that means for transgender people.
But we need to get it out of the way.
If you are providing a single-sex space, that has to be on the basis of biological sex.
What's
but
going
what we've
on
also
now?
said in our code
Look,
is that you need to
you
make sure
confused
that
it,
doesn't leave
right?
trans
It was
people
all
without
right on its
services
own.
that they
Man,
can use.
woman, boy,
The
girl.
guidance has been
You
updated
had to
following
confuse
last year's
it.
Supreme
Now it's
Court
all
ruling.
confused
But
because
in
of
the
you.
2010
It wasn't
Equality Act,
confusing
it
enough.
says sex
And she
refers to
fits in this
biological
way.
sex,
So
not
we can put
gender.
on a dress
It says
or
in
a
practical
petticoat,
terms that means, for
right?
instance,
Or a
a
brassiere.
trans woman, a
They
biological
jump
male
forward.
who
What do you
identifies as a
fancy?
woman
Oh, sorry,
shouldn't
miss.
use
I mean,
women
all
only
this
spaces
private
or
stuff has to be
services.
spoken about. And we
But the
apologise for this. This is
300-page
not
long
private
guidance, which
laundry.
covers
It's
England,
damn trans.
Scotland and
And we have
Wales,
to talk
also
about it because
says
you
to
want to wear
avoid
it.
discriminating
Rest
against a
up.
transgender person.
We apologise,
a
miss, because you
third
don't want to be hearing about your
gender-neutral
private stuff
space
like
should
that.
be offered.
But this trans wearing it everywhere,
Campaigners who
miss.
won last
And if
year's
you can come in the
Supreme
toilet
Court
where you are.
clarification on biological
No!
sex say this guidance is
Rest up.
important.
I'm sure that lots of organisations that have held on to their previous policies have
Women
been
don't want to be
breaching
hearing
the
about
law,
these things, they're private
there
things.
really is no reason to
So we have
delay.
to talk in the
And
private
that
in the
includes
most
both employers
a
and
clean way we can,
providers. This
right?
code
Because if
is
this
about
is alright,
service
this fashion
provision,
and
but
nastiness
lots
is
of
alright.
employers have been holding on to their old
Rest
policies and using it as an excuse.
It's the
The
sun,
trans
miss. If you
rights
look at this
campaigners
place,
say it
everything
is
they want to
marginalising
overtake
trans
them and
people
be
who
like,
just want to
kneel
get on with
before
their
I see.
lives.
No one wants to be the woman.
It's going to
It's
have an
these
impact
sons,
on
when you
my
are
day-to-day
dressed up,
life
they're
and
just
my
males,
ability
miss.
to
Want to be everything that's
participate in
good.
activities with friends, in sports centres.
But if they can't be, they kill it.
having to
Or take
check
away his freedom,
restaurants,
right?
places,
Or take away his home.
bars,
Well,
pubs,
it's
anywhere I
this
go,
rest
see
stuff.
those facilities I can use. Simply means I can't use the spaces where I feel the most comfortable.
We opened up these new inclusive toilets just after COVID, and what we wanted to
At the Watershed Arts Cinema in Bristol, they already have toilets
The
everyone
devil
can
works,
use.
man. You don't
so
teach
for this,
humanity,
it
bro.
means that we
You
have
can't even stuff
floor-to-ceiling
it.
cubicles.
We'll try
so you
this,
can
we'll
really
try
have
that,
a
we'll
moment
try
of
this.
privacy
No,
within
man.
them.
They pride
Doesn't need
themselves on being
changing. Nothing's
inclusive
wrong with
for
it.
trans
Every
people.
time you
But
want
the
to
chief
change it,
executive
take
says
man
the
into
long
woman
wait
and
for
woman.
guidance has been confusing, toxic,
Confusing, it's
and
getting
any
toxic,
changes needed
it's
will be
lot.
costly for
So
some
need touching or fixing.
organisations.
Whether you're a charity or whether you're an arts organisation like us,
We're trying to put your
there
white
hasn't
touch to
been
it now. Then you
really
ruin
clear
it.
guidance on what to do. And
That's
of
fair.
course, really, the law hasn't changed for people like us, but the level of confusion has been really dangerous.
The government describes the code as practical
Guys,
and
the
proportionate.
confusion is you
There's
shouldn't be
separate
doing it. End
guidance
of.
for schools. Alison
Boy,
Holt,
girl,
BBC
man,
News.
woman. That's it. End of, man.
An NHS trust has sacked 11 members of staff for inappropriately accessing the medical records of the victims of the Nottingham attacks 3 years ago. Ian Coates and Barnaby Webber and Grace O'Malley Kumar, who were both students, were stabbed to death by Valdo Calacane in June 2023. In addition to the dismissals, another 12 people have been given final written warnings. Nottingham University Hospitals Trust said further investigations were ongoing. Emily Williamson is at Queen's Medical Centre for us. What more can you tell us, Emily?
I just don't want to come out.
Good evening, Sophie. Well, the Hospital Trust started investigating in early 2025 when it emerged that staff here had been accessing the records of the Nottingham attacks victims.
Let's go somewhere else, guys. Because I can. Let's stop it. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go. Yo. Operator. Weird.
I'm telling you, most Americans, and by most Americans, I mean mostly so-called white Americans, they get upset. They get upset when they see my talks.
Do they?
They get all sorts of negative emotions when I talk about the dismantling of America, the decline of America, the collapse of the United States, and so forth. The downgrading,
they don't like the
demotion of America as a global power.
He talks the truth about your horrible, smelly country, bro. The country that you killed people to be in. That horrible, horrible America. And then you've got our brown children who are trying to be like you. And then telling you that Christianity is the way forward. Yes, Christianity was. But the version you know, right, is from your slave master. And that version there counts out the children of Yasharel. It wipes you out completely and puts them there. And so my father would never once put me in that thing. Never, not once have I ever been into that. He never put me there, ever. Because then I'd get confused with the children. Because I'll be seeing the brown children doing, oh, Jesus Christ, Jesus into the energy. And I'll be thinking, no, it's wrong because they're doing it. My father said, And I'll put you in Roman Catholic with a white man. Right? And you could be the altar boy. I said, tell her to ring it. He said, when I look to the left, you're in it. And everyone else said, ring, ring. Was you an altar boy? Is there any evidence when you was an infant that they called you to be an altar boy? Show it to me. The dreamer. The pastor dream. Let him tell a dream. Right? Because there's no evidence that anybody called you to come and prophesize in the morning, afternoon, or evening. So, son, please let the pastor tell a dream. Why? Because he's a dreamer, son. Let him tell the dreaming dream. Yes, Father?
I'm telling you, most Americans, and by most Americans, I mean mostly so-called white Americans, they get upset. They get upset when they see my talks. They get all sorts of negative emotions when I talk about the dismantling of America, the decline of America, the collapse of the United States, and so forth. The downgrading, the demotion of America as a global power. They get sad. They get hopeless. They get depressed, or they get defensive, or they get despondent. And I understand why. Because it has historically been their system.
Of course it has. It's what kept
they got enough benefit from that system to make them actually believe more deeply in the myths around that system.
The myths around
because of course it was a myth. It's always been a myth. It's never been anything but a myth. But they believed in it. The truth is they didn't enjoy benefits in that society because of democracy and freedom. They enjoyed benefits in that society because of mass murder. They enjoyed benefits in that society because of pillage, because of slavery and piracy and exploitation, and because of war and brutality. But they always thought that Uncle Sam was on their side, you see? They thought that they were the favorite nephew of their Uncle Sam. So when they see Uncle Sam, or when they hear me talk about Uncle Sam being amputated piece by piece, it grieves them. You understand me? So I understand why the erosion of America, or the erosion of the myth of America, I understand why that bothers them, and why they get all up in arms about it. I understand it. I understand why they get depressed. I understand why their feelings get hurt. There is no more indoctrinated people. There's no more brainwashed and no more psychologically and culturally misprogrammed people on the face of this earth than so-called white Americans. I've talked about that before. Like I say, the marauder mentality, the lack of development and so on, the lack of civilization and what have you. The overwhelming majority, the truth of the matter is, the overwhelming majority of them throughout history have only ever been serfs, and they're still serfs until today. And the truth of the matter is that they don't actually have a stake in that system either. They don't have a stake in the system either. The system doesn't care about them either. That's the fact. But to one extent or another, they have benefited from it, and more importantly, they identify with it. right? When the United States sends someone to the moon, they'll say, we landed on the moon. When the U.S. attacks another country, they'll say, we are at war. We are at war. When they talk about the American economy, they say, our economy, and so on. It's like a fan of a sports team or something. The fan of a sports team who imagines that he has some kind of a share in it anytime that team wins a game. You see, they identify with the American project as their project. So when that project degrades, they identify that degradation with themselves. It's personal. They take it personally. There's a sense of loss. There's a sense of disappointment. There's a sense of panic. But like I said before, what's happening in America is the onshoring of previously offshore colonization and extraction. And that's going to be applied across the board to all demographics. The neoliberal economic programs that they used to use to plunder countries all across the global south are now being applied at home, and that's going to intensify. And no one is going to be spared. You need to know that. No one is going to be spared. No one is going to have, protected hands-off status, because this is not being done for the sake of America. It's being done for the sake of a national capital. It's being done for the sake of the national owners and controllers of global financialized capital who have completely untethered themselves from any sort of nationalism. They've untethered themselves from any sort of patriotism or any sense of investment in the old obsolete priorities of the American power structure. Well, who depended on that power structure all this time? What demographic depended on the power structure? Which one relied on the backing of that power structure all this time? Who's been the priority? What demographic group has been the priority of the power structure all this time? Who's always actually had the real protected, the real privileged status in that society? That's going away.
Of course it is.
Look, when I go through my comment section...
Believe me, we tell you guys, yeah, the protection that you had with the brutality that others had to face and go through, so you could have that protection, is no longer here. This is what we're telling you. No longer here. And long may it continue. Because one set of people can't brutalize, so another set of people are alright. But what's happening now, that system wasn't even for you at all. And now that system's turning against you. And you don't know how to deal with it now. Well, just spare a thought for how we feel. Remember, they're trying to take away our home and our freedom. I mean, what do you have after your home and after your freedom? Nothing. That's like killing you. And this is the driven force of this wicked Babylon system. Right? When you don't turn into a damn coconut, when you're a banana. Damn tramp. And this is now from a Muslim man telling the same thing in his version of dealing with you people.
Who depended on that power structure all this time? What demographic depended on the power structure? Which one relied on the backing of that power structure all this time? Who's been the priority? What demographic group has been the priority of the power structure all this time? Who's always actually had the real protected, the real privileged status in that society? That's going away.
Of course it is.
Look, when I go through my comment section, who do you think I see?
Moaning.
Who do you think I see most often talking about, I have to get out of this country?
You.
I'm planning on moving out of this country. Who do you think is melting down? Who do you see having meltdowns on social media, in public, screaming at their phone camera, crying at their phone camera, yelling, weeping, begging for someone to come, for anyone to come and save them? Begging for someone to come and fix things, to lead them, to rescue them. Well, you obviously know who it is.
Of course we do.
You know which people are doing that. It's the same people who never built anything for themselves.
Exactly.
It's the same people who never had to build anything for themselves. I'm not saying this as a put down. Just understand, I'm not saying this as a put down.
It's what it is. It's what we can see. And it's a season of truth. And people have to pay for the footprints what they've left behind. And they're not even making an atonement for the footprints. They're going on like it's not me. Still doing your scapegoating. Still doing in this time as well. Still plotting and scheming to take away people's home and people's freedom. I mean, are you stupid or are you a stupider? Which one? You're so desperate, right? No, it is. Thank you. You're so desperate, right? You even had to get a barrister who came there to represent me, even though no one asked him to, right? And all he kept doing was opposing me going home until the judge had to say, look, sit down, man. Let me explain this to you, why he shouldn't, and explain it to him properly. And then it so happens that you're the one who altered these dates for him to go court. When the date was the 28th of May, Not the 4th of March and not the 19th of January. But you're bringing it quick to try and get me to go with you. And because I wouldn't, then you altered these dates, knowing that I weren't going to be there. So when I'm not there, you're telling your mates, right, put it back for Nobel. So the warrant's back for Nobel. So when he does go there now, right, you want to come and arrest him because he didn't show up. But the woman's saying to you, all the other times, the judge is saying to you, all the other times, he showed up. It's just this one time here, which you orchestrated, by the way, he didn't show up. And then for that now, you want me to lock him up. This is the barrister who's supposed to be there for me when no one asked him. This is how broken this thing is and how far it's showing you what these guys have been doing to millions of children. Millions. This same thing. Because the organization is all together. It's all worked out. And he told me, when you go up there, I'm sorry to bring this bad news to you, but I'm going to just be honest with you. When you go up there, right, because these men are really, it's not the right judge, he's a horrible man. And I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to go to prison. So every time I've met this guy, he keeps telling me about go to prison, admit it or you're going to go to prison, right? But when I read Psalms on them, from 50 all the way up to 60, 10 Psalms in there, loud. And everybody was quiet in there, and I respect that, right? But one time I went up there wasn't no men in there, only you and me, and the guard. The rest of them was beer women. So when you're telling me about, oh, you know, be careful because when you go up there, there's men up there, and I want to be honest with you, they're going to put you in prison. I'm still here because Father heard that, knew it, and took me out of there and put you in the sisters' one. And she had to tell you in there, sit down, let me explain to you why. And then it so happens that we found out you was orchestrating it, you. But you still want to put the boy in jail. Even though they're showing you, it's you that did this. And he showed up for all the others, he just didn't know about this thing, which you orchestrated. And this is what they're doing. This is the barrister, for God's sake. For goodness sake. You're not allowed to say that. Right, this is the barrister. Right, and crowd of people, not in English, sorry. And crowd of people, nobody didn't ask him to come. Imagine, they come to me 1:30 in the morning, right? So that means 9 o'clock, same morning, you go in court. He's already there. Like, you need to phone him, didn't you, and say, like, I've been arrested for this warrant, can you come up for me? None of that at all. And then when I went in there, they said to me, do you want to phone him? I said, I ain't got no barrister to phone. Oh, no, so they're going to say the same thing, right? And then when I do go in there, they say, you're barristers. I said, I haven't got a barrister, trying to push this thing on me. And then when I go and see him downstairs, it's him. Not even good morning. It's like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The girls upstairs are not nice, these guys. They really like to do. And I'll be honest with you, they're gonna put you in prison. This is what he told me. Not even good morning. This is what he told me. The same guy. And I met him on the 19th of January 1st. Trying to tell him all this stuff that this woman over there said to me. I found it, I got it, really excited. And he pushed it aside and said, forget that. We want you to go guilty. Right? And if you don't go guilty, you will go to prison. So there's that prison again. That's when it first started there, 19th of January. And then I said, no, I'm not dealing with you no more. Right? And then when I started going to the internet now, he's like, warning, which I haven't because I got rid of that email address. Right? So he's trying to get me to go to court again. And because I'm not listening to him on that, I know Chuck the Eden down, he puts that date in, 4th of March. Knowing full well, me and him was brought down because he told me, don't come to me no more. I said, I'm not. But then all of a sudden he's setting this date now, knowing that I'm not going to be there, and then backing something with back for Nobel. Very orchestrated, wicked. And nobody asked you to be my solicitor. No one, or barrister. No one phoned you and said, come out, I'm in court in the morning. You already knew. So it's orchestrated, E.D.
Just another data point. This is what I'm telling you. It's another data point. I'm saying that the way that country is going, the direction that country is going, the skill set of the oppressed is going to have a massive advantage over the skill set of the privileged. And like I say, again, this is when you see that hunter-gatherer mentality, that marauder mentality. I have to get out of this country, you see? Let me get my passport and go somewhere else.
Where? So it'd be nice
if I'm not going to get my privileges, if I'm not going to get my comfort, if I'm not going to have my convenience catered to, then let me get out of here. Let me go elsewhere. Greener pastures, you understand? Scavengers. There's no patriotism. There's no nationalism. There's privilegism. There's get-mineism. They'll drop that country. They'll drop that country the same way that their elites are dropping that country. You know, I mentioned before that JFK quote, I've talked about it a few times. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. But when he said country...
Hello everyone. Can you dare believe it? There's actually a light that never runs out of power. Lift it and it turns on. Close it and it turns off. No need to plug it in at all. It has a solar panel on top, so it automatically charges in the sunlight, and a single full charge can last for months. It even features a high brightness flashlight in front and works as a power bank to recharge your phone. Perfect for power outages, camping, and outdoor work. Right now there's a special deal. Buy one, get 4. Don't miss out.
Have you seen the latest warnings from FEMA and emergency experts? They're officially advising every household. It's no longer a matter of if the grid goes down, but when. We're talking major blackouts, extreme weather, and zero warning. And the single most terrifying thing in a crisis? Being trapped in total darkness. Think back to the last big storm or power outage in your area. Without power, everything stops. No Wi-Fi, no heat, and most importantly, absolute darkness. If your flashlights are sitting in a drawer with dead batteries, you're vulnerable. Traditional lights fail exactly when you need them most. That is a massive safety risk your family simply cannot afford. Here is your ultimate survival upgrade.
Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in.
The only thing that's missing, right, is to give nature go and say, try this chicken. And I should try it, yeah. I said, where are you going? She said, I'm going inside. Why, miss? Why you going? I'm changing into Wonder Woman and Summers. I said, was it that nice? She said, it was that nice. Oh, wiki Din, honey sister.
Now,
No.
I'm bringing to you another beautiful video. Now, if you want to watch this video, you go and search Middle Nation. Shahid Bolson has a channel that is called Middle Nation. It's a very beautiful channel that is speaking the truth. I call it a truthful channel, and every time I keep on visiting that channel and watching those videos, and I really see something that I think he is a man that just loves spitting the truth. You know?
Will you show me guys how you do your cooking? Can anybody cook apple crumble? If you can do apple crumble, because I can do it, but I've forgotten how to do it. If anyone could do apple crumble, come and check me. You know when the crumble is just crumble? I'm not joking, the crumble is just different done. I can do it. But I just need to see it done once. It's going to be so long, but I'm not joking. I won the competition when we did it. The crumble, weird. And then he said, you're going to make custard. I said, I don't like custard. He said, you got to eat. I said, all right then. So what did I do? I went for Devon custard. Now you see this custard, this custard called Devon. Weird. You can have that custard cold, or you can have it hot. Right? It comes in a green pack. Sometimes you get it in a tin, and sometimes you get it in a carton. That one, sometimes you can even eat it on its own. But when you have that, and you have the apple crumble, it's as equal as the sister. Not necessarily, but equal. The dessert, because you know the dessert. There's only one dessert, and the bell ring, right? Doesn't matter what food. It could be lamb, it could be chicken, right? And it could be beef, right? After you don't want the custard, right? And you don't want the apple crumble, right? That is a nice dessert. The dessert you want after that is what? This sister. Tutu. Don't forget.
So this video is a very interesting video, and Shahid Bolson, I want to play for you this video right here, but I want to break it down for you a little bit so that you may be able to understand what we're talking about in this video right here, alright? And you're gonna see some truths in this video. Now, walk with me step by step. The truth of the matter is that white Americans have been lied that they are living. Or
now it coming like say they're gonna break down. I haven't seen this one before, guys. We're coming like this one. We're gonna break down some truth to the beautiful white children, the Gentiles. Yeah. Now you are special children. Doesn't matter what you keep hearing them. They're meant to, but we're also meant to tell you. Remember, it's so priceless, right? That Father used you priceless children to make us jealous. Is that I don't believe it? Get your phones out. The Bible, where we going? We're going to Romans, double numbers as well. The angel 11:11, and it says, right, because you like these children so much, you like them more than me. You're making me jealous. So you know what I'm going to do? Excuse me, manners. I am going. Not me. I am going to open it up for the good Gentiles. See, you like them so much. So now you have competition, and let me just remind you, children of Yasharal, if right, and it's written. The children, right, of Gentile behave, right? I will make them higher than you, right? It says higher than my brothers and sisters, and it also says, they will also come into the kingdom. Where do I sign? In the sky. Right? But before you do that, you've got to read the Talmud and then take, with that anger, and take the shit of Jesus, and then you're in. Right? Now, one more time, just to secure you, right? Beautiful children. Now, this is for Gentiles alone, and everyone is a Gentile apart from Hebrew. So here it is. Romans 11:11, double numbers as well. It says, it had to use you, because you're so priceless, to make us jealous. So, if I was a Gentile, I'd be thinking, right, I'm in. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take your crown, right? Take it from them. Take it from them. Because the stuff that they've done is unspeakable. Remember, he said that the children of Yisrael are worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Let me just rephrase that one lesson. Father says his own children are worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. And what did he do to Sodom and Gomorrah? Burn, baby, burn. Right? So technically, he is looking for children. Right? Now, you need to wear that on your sleeve, and you need to wear that in your heart, white people, right? Romans 11:11 is 2 angel numbers as well. And he said, I used you. Now, if you were children of Satan, how can he use you and then leave it open for you and allow you to come up in the kingdom? You gotta see it now, right? So here we go again, by the scriptures. Romans 11:11. Wear that with you. Learn what it says. Read it slowly, line for line. Go back and keep reading it until it goes in you, until you understand the power you have. The power you have. He used you to make us jealous. That is a power, guys, that you have. Rest up. So use it, man, because Father likes you. Use it, man. He works in a weird way. Right? He even gave us to you. All our riches, everything. You can do whatever you want to them for 400 years. Again, guys, come on. Play with him, right? Do what you're meant to do, and it will open your eyes up to show you who you really are as a Gentile. And it shows you the apostle says, and I gave this to you the other day, it's in there. I gave it to you, I printed it. It says, listen, I am a apostle Gentile. Let me say that again. He said, I am an apostle. There's a powerful word. Gentile. So Gentiles, listen to me. That's what it says. I gave it to you the other day. Right? So even apostles can once be a Gentile. Just stop it. Shush, Satan, man. Even Gentile can reach anywhere. Because this guy is an apostle. I forget his name. I can go and look at it. But you know I'm telling you the truth there. And it's time for us to wake up and stop going against each other, because we've all got different kind of cosmic powers that we don't even realize, right? And some oracle powers done. But all we've got to do is be balanced, done. And then it can come in you. They're not going to come in you like, no, sir. They'll be like a child. And then they can come in you and drive. Because they drive, not us. And this is the mindset we've got to try and have, guys. The more gentle you are, right, slow to anger, then they'll come into you, and then they'll take over you, bro. And it's magic, and none of these fools can touch. Why? We're praying. Get away, and they run. They run. I went in the court yesterday. I read 10 psalms. The place quiet, and we walked out. Just stop it. Shush, Satan. Right? And we walked out, and you have to respect the people in the way, because they were silent. They were like, stupid, but no. So there's something in them, right? The whole courthouse quiet now. But I read from 50 of Psalms all the way up to 60. You know, a little break to that. You know the way I do it. Yeah? But it was like I was at home when I was in a cell. Right? So this thing is showing you guys. Stop watching the world and you're this and you're that. And you're that, and you're that. You don't know how Father's working to do this thing. Remember, when you see all these wars, it's him. He speaks it. Right. Israel, go and smash up this one. Right, this one, go and smash up that. It's him, and they can't say no because it's in the Ruah. When he says to do it, you have to do it. You follow the Ruah. You've got no choice. And then Satan does it as well. And some people are killing and murdering, don't know why they're doing it. Yeah, because you've got Satan in you. And when these spirits come in yours, they suppress it down. And then they come in, like our Jackie, no disrespect to her. That is the spirit. It comes in her and it pushes her spirit down. And then it comes in and it does all that wicked stuff so you can watch it. That's why you mustn't mess around. Oh, I can read cards and I can do... No, you can't. Let the dead bury the dead. Leave that stuff alone. Right? Oh, Ouija board. No! But it looks nice. No, now it's jumped in you because you've showed it attention. No, walk past it. Jamaica, them say. A duppy, no for frightened. In England, they say a ghost knows who to frighten. When you show it attention or you show it fear, it will jump in you. Remember, Ouija board. How do you think that jumps in you? It's a board. You ain't seen nobody there, but there's spirits on there. And they jump into people, guys. And this is what we've got to get our minds around. And where you ain't got the protection, why? Because you put shit on Jesus, you silly sausage. Right? So everything can go in you. And once they go in you, whoa. It's murderation to get them off you. Unless you've got the Jesus of Nazareth. Because he beat them up already on the first and second day. And then the third day is what the rising's about. But they're not telling you these things. But we are. Why? Because we love you.
They are working towards an American dream of making America great again, and all of them will enjoy it. Right? They've been lied to that they're living an American dream, or they're working towards an American dream, which is making America great again, a better place for them, a sweet place for them, and they will enjoy. So every single white American, when they are walking around, or a lot of them, most of the white Americans, when they're walking around, they are feeling good and happy and smiling because they've been told you're walking towards an American dream. We are almost there. We are heading there. And so they are in love with the narrative or the statement, we are going towards an American dream. And very soon, we shall be there. So white Americans are happy because of that.
Right.
That is why, if you attack America today, or if you say any single truth about how American dream is a lie, or how an American dream is a propaganda, white Americans will follow you in the comment section, and they will really beat you up with words. They will beat you up with insults, they will beat you up with words. Why? Because...
No, it's true, because it did start there was one stupid boy, but I had to just deal with him spiritually and ask Father to chuck something at him, because this is not that ministry where we're going to be wasting time arguing with you over Satan, this and that. We don't do it, guys. It's a peaceful ministry. We don't do all that nonsense. So you're wasting your time. But what else you're doing? You're throwing an instant curse on you. It's instant when you come on these platforms and you start with your nonsense. If you don't like what you're hearing, which you don't, because it's not for you, then you just walk on by it. You don't come and plot and scheme to try and take his home, right? And then try and make him homeless and all them thing there, because those things are dangerous things to do. And when you do these things to children like me, it comes back to you instantly. And you cannot handle pressure at all. Right? So do not play with fire, please, because grandma says you will get burned, right? And every day you must live and learn. So tell me something. What have you learned? Huh? Rasta.
You are trying to make them or take them out of that narration. I just call it narration, or out of that statement they were told. We are about to start living an American dream. So they fall in love with that. All right? Now, Shine Bolson is saying that, and this is the truth. I have witnessed it. I know it's the truth. Many Americans, white Americans, they hate listening to him. They hate listening to his speeches because they don't want to hear anybody saying you are being lied to. They are not ready to be told the truth. They are not ready to be taught, to be enlightened. Yeah? They're not ready to be told, you guys are being lied to. Come on, wake up from this dream. Wake up from this dream, because an American dream, unless you just live an American dream or experience an American dream when you're sleeping. Wake up from this dream. They don't want to hear anybody telling them that. Alright? It is like people who have hopes that one day something will happen. So somebody with hopes or with faith that something will happen one day, those people don't really like those people. They're not the people who are not troubled. They're just okay. They know it will happen. It's like you've been promised something. You've been shown this thing on a picture or on an image, all right? And you've been told this is what I'm gonna give you. Deep down, truly, you're not going to be given that thing. Now, this is what America has done. America has created a system that makes white people believe one day, one time, they are going to live an American dream.
Can I just ask you a quick question as well, guys? Have you ever had a time in your life where, you know, the system used to just send you letters, worrying letters and stuff like that? Have you ever been through stuff like that? I've never actually been through worrying, but just the annoying letters, or you owe us this, or you owe us that, and just constantly, this is what they're like. They don't like you to live in peace where you're just nice. No, they want you to be where you've got this worry, or where you need to rely upon them. And you know what the worst thing is? The phone. Because the phone before was alright. When you had a problem and you used to go in it and you could, you know, you could liaise with someone. Man, now I can only imagine what grandma and grandpa got go through. Because they absolutely design it right, where you don't speak to no one. You have to go, and I haven't got the patience for that. You've got to speak to the damn phone when you want something. But as soon as they want something from you, they phone you up instantly. But when it comes to now getting in contact with them, and all I keep thinking is, what about grandma? Because she hasn't got a technician like I've got a technician. You know what I mean? Now? So you've got to put all your thought and your mind into that, waste all your energy onto that rap, which they designed to make it that hard. These wicked, wicked people and stuff. Right? Your system is something that we can't live with. Right? And what this gentleman is saying here about Americans is they're looking to run somewhere else. Why? Because they're living hard now in America. So they're looking to run somewhere else so they can get these privileges that they've always been living on. But let me tell you something, wherever you go across the world, there's no privileges, right? The only time you had privilege in there, because it was designed and set up for you to have privileges in that wicked country. Now, don't forget how it got founded. You murdered everybody that was there, right? So it's cursed from there. Remember, Adam, right? Yes, it is Adam. I had to just check, sorry. Adam. Mystic and the covenant. Now he did one sin, right? One, and the whole seed that comes out of him, he's rotten. So we're all born in sin. Now imagine what you've done. That was one sin he done. Imagine what you've done. You wiped out the whole, right, of indigenous America. Indigenous in Hebrew, right? And 250 years worth, yeah. Just wipe them out. Wipe them out, and you think that there's no and then you go and put this problem that's there, because that place is a problem compared to what father left there. That place is a problem. Seen that it's against humanity, right? And it's got all these Romans running it, and all Romans do, all they do is go, conquer, change, pillage, rape, steal, murder, and conquer. That's all they do. And then before they had that sort of power, they was in the cave, and what they was doing, they was swapping their women for items. And if she's pregnant, even better, they get even more items. They are wicked sons, Rasta. These are who these sons are. And they only crept in because father said, you cannot be like these. I'm going to have to put you in their slavery, right, until the death generation comes out of you. Because I'm not creating the world to have these sons, right? I need priests. And strong women down. I don't need these sons, otherwise it doesn't make sense me creating the world. Or you wouldn't be in slavery, right? Because I say live like them. You know, just do what you want, just do as you will, and there'd be no need for Father. There'd be no need for Jesus of Nazareth. And Jesus only came down because of the way how we was living. Remember, he told the lady, I ain't here for you, love. I'm only here for the lost tribe of Israel. I'm not here for you. But he took her, she took his abuse. And then in the end he said, all right, I'll kill your daughter. But he says, listen, the food that I have, right, it's not healthy for me to give it to the dogs. And she's like, well, I know I am a dog, but please, my daughter, she needs a little scraps. And he liked that. And he said, you know what, when you go home, your daughter will be nice. But he told her, I'm not here for you. I'm only here. That's how lost Israel was. Burning their children, doing this, doing that, and in the end he came to help them, and they ended up lynching him. They ended up, his own people ended up lynching him. I don't believe you. Acts in the Bible, on the phone. Acts, A-C-T-S, right? Chapter 10, verse 39, and it says, and I quote, right? His own children from Judea, Bethlehem, from Judea and from Jerusalem, which you call Jerusalem, they lynched their own king. They didn't down a crucifix. They. Why? Because we are witnesses. Now, if it says we are, what does that mean then? So, you mean for them to say, Father brought, right, Jesus of Nazareth down to save these lost children. And then these lost children end up crucified, lynching him. This is how dangerous this thing is. And then they carried on burning their children, making sacrifice to Baal, and convincing and tricking the other children growing up that everything's about Christianity and there's no such thing about Hebrew. And then they're telling them there is Hebrew, but Hebrew's Palestine. Well, Hebrew's these stupid children who are so violent, right, that just makes father look like a mock when he's telling you he's a peaceful and loving man, and then you're telling him that these are his children. This is why he hurts you guys, because you don't stick up for him or his world. So in the reincarnating, which is going on now, the recreation of the kingdom, you will not be called. Beautiful children. You don't fight for nothing. You won't be called man. You don't protect the children. And too many women are getting raped by these idiots.
And
then through his guilt, miss, he's killing you after, because he feels ashamed after. Then he killed you. Some of them burn you, miss. What about Wayne Cousins? And that's supposed to be a serving policeman who's supposed to be protecting, right? And then his police colleagues, right? They call him, wait, where you going? Rapist. I'm going to school to see someone. Someone's in jeopardy. Somebody in the public needs help. All right, rapist, be careful when you're out there. That's his nickname for his police colleagues. And they let him that tramp go out there. And so happens he went out there and burned and raped someone. Wayne Cousins, spelled with a Z. And this is the police that's supposed to protect people. I mean, this is just a joke done. And, miss, I'm listening, Tony, you know, like a couple of months after that, a next guy did the same thing. A next guy in the police as well. So no lessons were learned. And after that, there was 1,500 other different nonsense shenanigans going on in the police. 1,500. Rape, this, that, whatnot, that, in there. And these are the sons that go out to protect the people. These sons here. As soon as they say to you, you're under arrest, they got this power where, don't touch that, because now you're under arrest, and you might be able to take it, don't touch. I said, get out! This was yesterday. Oh, it pissed me off, Dan. Get out my house, man. I mean, do that outside, not in there, because father will go mad. Take me outside and do it. Trying to show his little power. The boy was born in the 2000s. Him just born, right? His balls ain't even dropped. And he's telling me, you can't touch that because you might have something in it. You can't do that because what? Rasta? Because you say you're under arrest. When we say you're under arrest and you're under our command, for what? For what? Because the pastor, I do apologize, right? The priest, oh no, not the priest, right? The barrister, there she is. The barrister, because the barrister says I miscall what he engineered. So that gives you the power to disrespect me then. That gives you the power as a white boy to come in my home. I said, you didn't have your shoes. You didn't take your shoes off. And I went mad at you. What are you doing with my shoes on it? I went mad. This is the same thing I was, Toto. I don't care if you're a policeman. What are you doing with your shoes on in my house? Why? Because I haven't done anything wrong. If I did something wrong, my attitude would be different because I've done something wrong and you've come to get me fair play. I haven't done anything wrong. And you ain't even showed respect when you've come in to take your shoes off. Damn tramp. Because you've never had an opportunity to come and get me, do you? So you come and give me the false pretense where you can chuck me in your stupid wagon and then put me in a sweatbox and then drag me to court. And every time they let me go. But you've got to stop doing this to good children, because now it's going to be your turn to be carted away in a police car and then put in a sweatbox. Can't give you bail. Why? It's too serious. So you're going to have to stay here all night and then come with us in the morning. All the time, guys. All the time. All the time.
Getting me? America has created a system that is making white Americans, because let me tell you something, black people don't fall for this lies, for this bullshit. They don't. Blacks are very intelligent to understand and to know very well. They're very much intelligent to understand when they're being lied and when they're being told the truth. Black people cannot be carried around. Let me tell you something. Don't look at black people how they were enslaved and they were carried away, or how they were colonized, and think blacks are fools. Blacks are not fools. You can't drag a black person around and lie to them for years and they know it's a lie, they keep quiet, or they fail to understand you're lying to them. Definitely, at one point, they are going to notice you're lying to them. Alright? So, black people don't fall for this for these lies. But white people, they fall for these lies every single time. Because black people are told, white people are told, you are going to live an American dream. We are going there. And the system has been created to make them believe that they are going to live an American dream. This system is here to make them believe these lies, to make them believe that American dream is coming and we are going to live that American dream. So Shahid Bolsen, every time he tries to tell white Americans, and he tries to open their mind and tell them, you're being lied to. Brothers and sisters, you're being lied to. Wake up from this dream. But that is not what they want to hear. White Americans are like kids. How are they like kids? They're like kids in that when you tell a child, tomorrow I will go and buy you a sweet, that child, even if the child was crying, immediately they stop crying. Okay? Immediately he stops crying. He or she stops crying. Why? Because mama has told me tomorrow she will go and buy me sweet. So they stop crying. Okay? But you know yourself, deep down, you may not even go to buy that sweet. Maybe you're not even going to buy that sweet. You're just telling this child, I'm going to buy you a sweet tomorrow, so that they stop crying. And so white Americans are not complaining about this. They are quiet because they've been made to believe they are going towards, or they are almost getting to an American dream, which is coming very soon. And so they are happy because of that story they've been given. Alright? So trust you me, nobody will ever come, and nobody can ever come and tell them you're being lied. You're being lied. Nobody will tell, because even if you tell them, they won't listen to you. And this is what Shahid Bolsen is saying. Alright? That is white America. Now, that is white America today. This system lies to them, but they are too blind to see the system is lying to them. They are too dumb to see the system is lying to them. Alright? Now, I want you to take a look at this video from Shahid Bolsen to the end. It's a very interesting video. And then you tell me what you think about it. Alright? On the comment section. Mind you, many times, black people have tried to tell white people that you are being lied to. But white people have never wanted to listen to blacks. Why? Because they think they are always, and they have always been clever than black people. So they cannot listen to black people. But it's killing them every single day. Take a look at this video. Tell me what you think about it. And then I do my best to make sure I read all the comments and give response where possible. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share with the like-minded people. But until then, let's take a look at the video.
Please hurry, just before Golden Week 2026, we are urgently clearing stock to make room for factory equipment replacement. We will release 500 latest models originally scheduled for delivery to appliance retailers. This is not just any camera in cooperation with Ease. It comes with image stabilization, delivering amazingly smooth footage, even when children are running around or riding bicycles. It also supports waterproofing up to 30 meters, making sea and river leisure trips perfect with just this one unit. This is a 60 frames per second pro-use model only. Now, can you get it at an unbelievable final clearance price? You want to preserve your best memories, but professional cameras are expensive and heavy, so this is great news. All items are unopened and like new, with 80% off the regular price. And the second item is half price, a repeat discount offer. We also promise fast shipping within 24 hours. You can still receive it in time for your GW, limited to 500 units, and sales end when stock runs out, first come first served while last. Don't miss out. Check original now. And once in a lifetime, memories with the highest image quality possible.
Eat this one thing to clear brain fog. Let me explain. This isn't your typical herbal book. It's a manual. Digestion issues? Flip to the gut section. You'll find ginger plus peppermint tea. Boil, sip, and watch the bloat ease off in minutes. Blood circulation? Page after page of real answers. Like beetroot blended with ginger and lemon to relax your blood vessels naturally. Inflammation and joint pain? Forget those lab-made synthetic things. This shows you turmeric plus black pepper, golden milk that works while you sleep. Poor sleep, chamomile paired with lemon balm. Brewed right, it can calm your nerves and help you drift off without a fight. Low energy, spinach and lemon juice, where vitamin C unlocks spinach's hidden iron. Suddenly, your healthy green actually fuels your day. But here's the kicker. Most herb books just throw random names at you. No doses, no combos, no science. That's why most people quit. This manual, spiral bound, full color, organized by problem, not plant. Everything backed by tradition and modern studies. And instead of 50% off, right now they're giving 75% off plus free shipping automatically at checkout. You even get 2 free bonus guides. And if you're still skeptical, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. Use it, try the remedies, and if it's not life-changing, send it back. 0 risk. So no, you really shouldn't buy this book. Unless you're finally ready to solve the issues everyone's been Googling for years, right from your own kitchen. Click below while the clearance deal is still live.
Mine came in like 4 or 5 days, and honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's way nicer than I thought. It's spiral bound, so it actually stays open when you're using it in the kitchen, and the pages are full color with big fonts, which I love because I hate squinting at tiny text. I get it, there are a lot of herbal books out there, but this one is actually organized by health issues, tells you what to use and how. It's not overwhelming at all. And just so you know, it's not a PDF or download. It's a real book that ships out quickly. Plus, they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if it's not for you, no pressure. I'd say grab it while it's still discounted. It's become my go-to on the counter.
He didn't mean you. He didn't mean African Americans. He didn't mean Latino Americans. He didn't mean Arab Americans or Asian Americans or Muslim Americans or anybody else. Country here refers to one specific demographic. It means ask not what white people can do for you, ask what you can do for white people. Yes, that's what it meant. That's what it means. Like I said, they identify with the country and they identify the country with them. And that's the only reason why they identify with the country. That's the only reason why they actually identify with the country, because the country has always meant them. So the minute it does not mean them, they're booking their flights out. They're booking their flights out of there. I told you they don't believe in anything. Listen to me. They believe in a full belly. That's what they believe in. They believe in what a wolf believes in. I'm not being racist. I'm not trying to generalize about white people. I'm not saying that they're genetically predisposed to that or something. I'm saying that their culture has let them down as human beings. Their culture, their system has betrayed them. It has betrayed them by never cultivating them, by never civilizing them properly, by teaching them that cheating and they're stealing and pillaging and appropriating and exploiting, by teaching them that violence and colonization and so on, that all of these things are viable, sustainable, acceptable pursuits. And that they don't inevitably lead to where they have led, to the situation that they're in now. They were lied to, and they believed it. They were lied to. They believed that, they were told that skin color is a metric of value. Skin color is a metric of superiority or inferiority. They were taught that what you do has no consequences. You understand? They were taught that predation and plunder are actually successful, sustainable life strategies. And of course, this goes back to Europe. This goes back to Europe and their whole culture. I mean, until today, you all talk about your so-called enlightenment. Enlightenment. The era in which you fully developed your absolutely most grotesque concepts of your so-called Western civilization. Literally the period when you came up with all of the theories and all of the philosophies and all of the models that fueled and that justified all of the crimes that you were committing at that time and all of your future crimes. White supremacy, racism, colonialism, imperialism, genocide, chattel slavery, wage slavery, the idea that the human being is nothing but an input for business, nothing but a resource for extraction, materialism, relativism, atheism, on and on. You call that enlightenment. You call that enlightenment until today. You brag about it. You're proud of it. When that whole period, all of the intellectual output of that period was just to manufacture rationales for being savage, for being brutal, and for being ruthless. to make all of those inhuman traits and all those inhuman behaviors sound intellectual and sophisticated. Well, how did you think that was going to end? How did you think that was going to end? Where did you think that was heading? Wallahi, I tell you, any Muslim who had read the Quran could have told you that your project was doomed from the outstart. You never did anything in your history but purchase the consequences that you are facing today. And worse is forthcoming. The point is that they are unprepared. That particular demographic is unprepared for what is coming to that country. They have no coping skills. They have no community. They barely even have families. You know, when you have enjoyed unearned privilege, when you've enjoyed unearned authority, well, what do you think happens when the time comes when you have to actually earn it?
Yo, TikTok, me and you could be friends, son. Because every minute you're cutting up truth, son. Me and you could be friends, son. Because we couldn't grow around you, right? And we're growing in beautiful truth. I mean, sometimes some of these people might speak truth, but they might speak it differently. They don't speak it the way we speak. We speak it gentle and we speak it kind. Because truth is, it can be offensive, but it's not a sin. And we're in a season of truth. And these organizations here with their machines want to come and shut things down, man. You know, they think, you're not supposed to hear that. Who are you to tell people what they can and cannot hear? When you're bringing up porn and all this nasty stuff, yeah, you're letting people see that. But anything for people to grow themselves, or to like themselves, or to understand themselves, you like to shut it down and say, oh no, this is no good. But what you're doing, you're getting people to turn against you. Because they're actually looking at you and thinking, why are you stopping people from growing or knowing truth? Why? But when it comes to your stupidness and your foolishness and your sons doing all this, I've got actors, so I've got this app, and you know, I can do this. No, that's not good enough. We don't know how to grow you inside. You're supposed to be a man, right? You're supposed to be a man, right? Knowing about apps, and that's nothing manly in that at all. That's AI. That's artificial. That's AI. That's artificial. What you want is HI, which is human intelligence. What you want is HI, right? Which is human intelligence. But you can't live on human intelligence, can you? You have to go to pathetic things like AI, you know, things that don't speak to you, things that don't grow you. Why? Because we just do as we will. Well, we don't. We have a different law in us done, right? And trying to put us in prison, right, and trying to make us homeless is not going to change the situation. What's going to come to you, right? And you need to be concentrating on yourself, not me. I am your friend, bro. I have the most beautiful life in front of me, and I'm trying to make sure you have one too, right? But if you don't like me hearing, then go to a different platform, Dan. You don't control the dance, right? You don't control nothing, guys. You got to learn to share. If you cannot share, then move on, man. Move on. Because you mash up the whole dance. The whole world is mashed up because of you, right? And good children are just trying to bring it together before Father comes and murder up the dance, right? And that's all we are doing. We're not asking for no money. We're not asking you to show us your tits. Yeah? We're not asking you to wear tight clothes so we can see right now. That dance is done. 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 We need to see your maturity. Maturity. That's what we need to see. Maturity. You learn that from grandma and grandpa, right? But because you think you're better than grandma and grandpa, now look at the state of you. What are we waiting for? The latest app? What are we waiting for? The latest? What are we waiting for? It's pathetic, guys. It's pathetic. And we can do better than this, right? And we need to. Because Father's going to count you as the rest of the right? Which one is it, beautiful children? Is it HI or is it AI? Which one? One more time. HI or is it AI? Which one?
You have to actually earn it now, but you never actually learned the requisite skills, the discipline, the work ethic, the wisdom, the sacrifice, and so on. Well, it's very easy to predict how that's going to turn out. It's very easy to predict how that's going to go. I said the tables are turning. The tables are turning, or more accurately, we're entering the consequences phase. I know I've talked about this before, but look at the birth rate. SubhanAllah. You cannot tell me that this is not a divine a manifestation of divine justice in and of itself. Imagine a people, a whole people, a nation, committing self-genocide, self-extinction, by their own logic. Think about it. They're dying out. They're dying out as a direct result of the way they think about life. their philosophies, their theories, their paradigms, their enlightenment. Their enlightenment built a system, built a society, built an economic model, an approach to the economy, built an approach to life that makes them not want to reproduce, or else makes it they don't want to reproduce, or they can't reproduce because it's too expensive. Their way of thinking is causing them to go extinct. Their way of thinking is causing them to go extinct.
I don't see you.
But they still think it's the right way to think.
I don't see it. Come again. I didn't see it.
Their theories, their paradigms, their enlightenment. Their enlightenment built a system, built a society, built an economic model, an approach to the economy, built an approach to life that makes them not want to reproduce, or else makes it they don't want to reproduce, or they can't reproduce because it's too expensive.
I see what you mean.
Their way of thinking is causing them to go extinct. Their way of thinking is causing them to go extinct. But they still think it's the right way to think. They still think it's enlightened, even while it is erasing them. Look at this madness. Tell me that's not a curse that they brought upon themselves.
They brought it on themselves, yes.
Tell me that's not divine justice in action.
Divine justice.
I told you, flawed input, flawed outcome. You adopted a doctrine of predation and destruction, and that doctrine is devouring you out of existence.
Yes, yes, yes.
And you still won't give it up.
Still won't give it up.
I'm telling you that what's happening in America right now was always going to happen. We just happen to live in the generation to experience it. We just happen to live in the time when the prayers of hundreds of millions of America's victims are being answered.
Stop it.
And if that doesn't please you, if that doesn't make you happy, then that can only be because you are someone who is on the wrong side of those prayers.
Of course you are.
Because this is justice.
It is. It is, bro. It is.
Lymphedema wraps cost $400. This costs 10 times less. I was diagnosed with lymphedema 3 years ago, and nothing I tried decreased the swelling in my legs until I started using EMS.
Rich man. What would I buy? I don't know. He doesn't want me to be rich, does he? Of course he do. Rich man. What? Where is it? Stop it. Excuse me, manners. I only had a little bit of that chicken. I went to a murder name with Farmer. What up there? What up there? What up there? Oh, I've lost it. It's an accident. Oh, weird. Come back. I'll bring it back. It won't come back. It won't come back. There it is. This one. Come here. Bye. Rich man.
Now Saudi Arabia is publicly trying to protect Iran from American military action. Why? Because Mohammed bin Salman understands something that the people who are screaming about war and who are so worried about war and the outbreak of World War III and what have you, he understands something that they don't.
Mohammed bin Salman recognizes that the future of Saudi Arabia, the economic future and the political future and so forth, the whole future of the region, in fact, is inextricably tied to the future of Iran.
What do you mean?
The greatest risk to the Saudi Vision 2030 is regional instability.
What do you mean?
You know, Vision 2030 isn't just about Saudi Arabia, it's about the whole region. And that has been stated explicitly time and time again. And Iran has been included in that explicitly in the vision for the region. There's no stability, there's no prosperity, there's no security, there's no sustainability without Iran. Mohammed bin Salman envisions the Middle East becoming, as he said, the new Europe, meaning the center of commerce, the center of culture, the center of tourism, the center of basically management, and so on. Well, there's no way for that to succeed if Iran is excluded. You can't do it if Iran is excluded, or if Iran is volatile. If Iran is war-torn, the whole thing falls apart. Saudi Arabia itself find themselves in a position where they have to commit themselves to the transformation and the stabilization and the integration of Iran in order for the whole region to rise. There's not another way forward. So Saudi Arabia normalized their relations with Iran in 2023, diplomatic ties, and since that normalization, the Houthis stopped firing missiles at Saudi cities. The Iranian-backed militias in Iraq stopped targeting Saudi Arabian interests in Iraq. So the formula of managed coexistence has been working for Saudi Arabia, and any sort of a war would blow that up completely, would blow that up entirely. Now, Saudi Arabia, together with Qatar, together with Turkey, they engaged in intensive back-channel diplomacy, both with Tehran and with Washington, even before the first round of talks, the talks in Oman in early February. They were the ones, in fact, who actually persuaded both parties to even
Right. The vicious side, man. What's in your eyes? Peaceful. Sweet face. I tell you what. Love. Money at love. To the new subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Don't worry, y'all get subscribing words. I'm gonna say money work, but don't lose no money. No, it doesn't. No. No. And you know the magic about them subscribers? Not one of them, right? Subscribe. Right, they've got their ruler. People children are over 1,000. I know. Good children. Right? And there's no one to tell them they get that choice themselves. That's what I'm saying. Because the sister would have said no. But they said yes. Yeah. Stop it. But if you don't like it, there's something right. Yeah. Not one of them have no. I love them. We say thank you. We say you're welcome. You're welcome. Right. Keep it friendly. Keep it friendly. Yeah. I'm silly. Don't be silly. Silly Billy. Silly Billy. At the club. Silly Billy. The eye them a rock and go down. At the club. Tuesday, baby. What are you guys? Me and man say Friday. It was a good day. The fish and chip there. It was a good day, son. Right. That's how people address themselves, isn't it? You're damn right. What on Tuesday, baby? You're damn right. Announce yourself in the dance. Oh, I'm still waiting. after you use those things, guys, you have nothing left though. You have nothing left. So they're looking to annihilate you. That's what they're looking to do. I mean, at first, Thomas didn't work. He had to go overboard and expose himself because he really had to keep him in prison. Thinking you're an idiot. And he's just going to say, alright, let me go give it to you. And these other charges that you're going to throw on me, you said you would throw them away, didn't you? You said, yeah, these ones are never enough for you, but you're trying to go away if you kill me. Alright, I will. And then I'm going to kill you. these 2 charges, you ought to chuck on you. What are the charges we're asking you? What are these other charges now? You say you make yourself look really horrible when people turn against you. All you keep doing is making up charges. There's another one that we made on the 25th of November, just gone. And that one there gives you the ability to take my flat down. And 8 streets need to go to court to receive. You have to engineer wickedness. Engineer. So you just walk into it. Just like the same way you walk into pharmacy. It's the same way you want you to walk into every mother blows it up before they get there. So everyone can see it. What it is. You know, when they see it, they turn against you. It's horrible to do to someone. It's horrible. It's the depth of the wickedness, the scheming of it, the sitting down and scheming and plotting and planning because you haven't got a life. But that comes back on you guys because these are children of Father. So it comes back on you instantly. You just cannot you can't wrap your head around that part of it. There's a part you can't understand. Because he's told you how foolish these children are. If that was the case, why is he constantly on these children? Why? Constantly, why? And you know, you won't work it out because you don't think. You just do whatever he tells you to do. These are the children, and so is he. We come from the same belly, the same womb. Right? And his power is finished, guys. Finished. It's us now. It's us, the children. It's us. It's why you can't take people's stuff. Because you can plot what you want to plot. Because what you did to me is now going to come back to you. You're going to lose your place. And you're going to be so ill, you're going to want to kill yourself. Mark my words. You've never been ill before. This illness is going to give you. You're so ill, you want to kill yourself. Remember, since you want to take my flat and make me homeless, and you want to take my freedom, so what's next after that? Death. And this is what you're scheming and plotting. Right? So when you do that to the children, the arrow comes back at you instantly. So you will get it now. I promise you. I promise you. Because it's all wicked. The depth of it is just scary. To someone you don't even know. So what else have we been doing to other children who don't have this guidance on them? What else have we been doing? It's not a joke, man. Very scary. Very scary. When you can lose your home for nothing. And lose your freedom for nothing. Because people are engineering it. The barrister, of all people, the barrister.
Yeah, you understand that? And that's more music and less
We're not raping no one, we're not killing no one, but we're always in your courthouse. How is that? That white supremacy system, that's what it is. Like the whole world is saying the same thing, but you're not listening, are you? And people are drawing away from that system. Open your eyes. The West and East. It's the No extra price. Remember TikTok, we don't need you now. We need your hero, not you. Idiot. If you want to use my home videos, if you want me to go to prison, why? These are topics, this is going on with everyone over the world. And they want to know why you're in prison with them, right? Why? This is same crime risk. Money worries.
Yeah, yeah,
Same crime risk.
that's more music.
And let's worries. Our sound man. Our sound technician. Good evening. Welcome and hi. And if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. Not PA. Sound system. The sound man there. Thank you. Thank you guys. Right. The heavyweight sounds. One side. Back in the day. You know who you are. Level. What she do? Dedication to love. I don't love children. Between all of us. Because you got enough to, that's why. One for good and one for bad. Be nice, John. What's that smell, Stanley? Woman. Wine. It's that. Money. Money. That's what I said to you, invest. Beautiful sons. A lot of you, you're not far gone. A lot of you we can save, bring back. A lot of the sons we can. And this is what we're trying to do. No one's having a ticket, you sons. Come on. It might have a little but that is not the issue because you can't grow there, can you? That's like throwing vodka instead of giving you the spring water. And Grandma says, just be cruel to be kind, but lightly cruel because it's kind. But you do need to kick up your ass, man, because of that Esau. You get me? But we love you, sons. You gotta understand that. You don't even know what love is. We understand that. It's conflated with love and lust. So we try to unpick it for you. Because you're a nice boy still. Why? Because I've seen your mum and I've seen your grandma, right? You just got infected by the earth. You know the threshold. He said, what's that? Ask grandma. But anyway, when you cross your house, there's a threshold. When you cross that now, this is where we change. And then when we come back and cross the threshold, shut up, mum. F off that. I know, I hit my mum once. I know, I was cursed for 10 years. Me. Yes, me. Coming out of that bloody prison. Thought I was it, didn't I? Come out of Brixton prison. I thought I was it. I thought I was it. And this is the 16th of December, 1989. Remember it, of course I did. I hit my mother. You're not listening to me, you damn tramp. Right? And the whole world stopped. And my mum went, Anthony, you are cursed. 10 years. I was like, oh no. And I deserved it. And I deserved it. Damn right. But this is what I mean. When you cross the threshold and they bring you into prisons and stuff like that. And you know, the monkey sees what monkey does. Monkey see, monkey do. You know, and they understand what you showed. And sometimes you're doing it just to fit in and show, you know, I'll this and that. And I took it home. That's because you crossed the threshold. He said, so what would you like being a rude boy? I was rubbish at it, bro. Look at the cuts and skull, got no teeth. I was rubbish at it. It wasn't for me, being a bleeding rude boy here. He said, what is for you? I said, praising Father. It is simple, dog. It is simple. I've got the t-shirts in there for all that bad boy nonsense. You know what I mean? And I try to get my t-shirt now for Father. I don't want you to help me. You're trying to make me lose my house. Right? You're trying to make me lose my freedom. Now, how can we praise Father with no house and no freedom? Come on. Come on, Dan. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly. And Father had to pull something out of the cocoa basket. You know, the cocoa basket for England and the cocoa basket for the Jamaican. Now, in this cocoa basket is magic. Right? And he had to draw it out yesterday and give it to the sister. And she says, I know what to do with this. Right? Because he ain't in this rank. Because everything's ranks. Right? And barrister sounds nice, I know. Right? But judge is even better. And when she says sit down, it might be sit down. Rasta. And I saw that power. And I said, just stop it. So I had to mix it. I couldn't just, you know, give it to, I had to do it like that power and this is that power. And just stop it. Boy. You stay there. And sons, you're running out of time. Because it's you he's coming for. Because you are the infection. You and Esau. But what we're trying to say, we're trying to show you can change. You can. You got to read the Talmud book and then take the poo off. And stop being an idiot. And just humble yourself. And then you'll learn a lot. Because you know nothing, son. You know absolutely nothing. Not one thing you know. And if you continue to be in an ignorant and arrogant state, you won't learn anything. Believe me. Believe me. Believe me. Right, what's going on with the British? Some British... No, Yeltsin wants to speak. Let him speak.
Explore negotiations altogether in the first place.
Let him speak.
Initially, as a child, Turkey had even hosted, or prepared to host, the talks themselves. And there was going to be Saudi and Qatari and Turkish observers in attendance.
They are frightened,
now,
guys. They are
Iran ultimately decided to just go with Oman, I think partly to keep the process bilateral and to avoid Turkey gaining any sort of outsized leverage from that mediation.
Who's hungry?
But Saudi and Qatari pressure on Washington has been instrumental, absolutely instrumental in getting the Americans to the table at all.
That's very
because at the end of the day, like I said many times, Donald Trump is a Khaleesi president. And you can understand Stephen Witkoff, basically Stephen Witkoff operates as an envoy for Vision 2030 at this point. So you can understand it that way. GCC mediators even reportedly floated concrete compromise proposals for Iran and for Washington to consider non-aggression pacts, temporary enrichment freezes and so forth, constraints on arms transfers and whatnot. So functionally, Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states have effectively been writing the diplomatic architecture that the talks in Geneva, the Oman talks, are operating within. And critically, Saudi Arabia and the BRICS aligned faction of the A-National OCGFC, they're the ones who are keeping Trump on script. They're the ones who are keeping Trump in line. You know, Trump threatens and then he gets pulled back. Trump sets a deadline and then he extends the deadline.
Yeah.
This is not Donald Trump being indecisive. This is the regional powers demonstrating to everyone, including to Iran's hardliners, that they are the ones who actually control whether America strikes or not.
Got you.
The message to the IRGC hardliners is quite clear. It is that the external threat, the American threat, is real, but whether it materializes or not depends upon us, not upon you, not upon Israel, not upon America. So you should cooperate with us.
Who?
I mean, you can look at Qatar. Who? They're the ones who actually got hit by Iran last year.
Who are you
Qatar shared...
Let me go back a bit, man. You're trying to tell me something.
early February. They were the ones, in fact, who actually persuaded both parties to even explore negotiations altogether in the first place in Iraq. So the formula of managed coexistence has been working for Saudi Arabia, and any sort of a war would blow that up completely, would blow that up entirely. Now, Saudi Arabia, together with Qatar, together with Turkey, they engaged in intensive back-channel diplomacy, both with Tehran and with Washington, even before the first round of talks. The talks in Oman in early February. They were the ones, in fact, who actually persuaded both parties to even explore negotiations altogether in the first place. Initially as a trial, Turkey had even hosted or prepared to host the talks themselves. There was going to be Saudi and Qatari and Turkish observers in attendance. Now, Iran ultimately decided to just go with Oman, I think partly to keep the process bilateral and to avoid Turkey gaining any sort of outsized leverage from that mediation. But Saudi and Qatari pressure on Washington has been instrumental, absolutely instrumental in getting the Americans to the table at all. Because at the end of the day, like I've said many times, Donald Trump is a Khaliji president. And you can understand Stephen Witkoff. Basically, Stephen Witkoff operates as an envoy for Vision 2030 at this point. So you can understand it that way. GCC mediators even reportedly floated concrete compromise proposals for Iran and for Washington to consider. Non-aggression pacts, temporary enrichment freezes and so forth, constraints on arms transfers and whatnot. So functionally, Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states have effectively been writing the diplomatic architecture that the talks in Geneva, the Oman talks, are operating within. And critically, Saudi Arabia and the BRICS-aligned faction of the A-National OCGFC, they're the ones who are keeping Trump on script. They're the ones who are keeping Trump in line. You know, Trump threatens and then he gets pulled back. Trump sets a deadline and then he extends the deadline. This is not Donald Trump being indecisive. This is the regional powers demonstrating to everyone, including to Iran's hardliners, that they are the ones who actually control whether America strikes or not. The message to the IRGC hardliners is quite clear. It is that the external threat, the American threat, is real, but whether it materializes or not depends upon us, not upon you, not upon Israel, not upon America. So you should cooperate with us. I mean, you can look at Qatar.
Nice tune. Oh, it's the music. Just play that stupid game, man. That's the... Oh, in the justice. Go on there. Right. No. Do what? I can't believe this. This is a code. I can't believe it done. Right? I can't believe it done. I haven't got that food to come back to you as well. I was going to go and say thank you to Father. It's my hand. Cream my hand. Cream your hand. What about Hammerstone? What do we get to this time? Whoa. I mean, there's nothing else we can get to this time. I mean, still waiting. That's what. There's nothing else we guys to pursue truth. You see it? When you really want something, you die for it. Well, but your freedom and your hope, that's like deep in this Christ. That's it. Today me, tomorrow you. Right. Keep it white. Keep it white now. Because you know, Father, he's whiter than this when you see him. It's some way like, you're right. He'll get used to it. And then the radiance of him goes on you. And then people say, Brian, look at you, man, you look bright. He said, I've just been with Father. He said, well, is he that bright? I said, well, you can't see it on me. That's the power, people, children of Dad. Right? Not a joke, Dad. Even when you see me scared, because it's so bright and peaceful and just... I'll tell this, there's no words to describe the thing now. It's so peaceful, it frightens you. It's so peaceful. Imagine that. Go now, Pete. Just stop it. Imagine, right? It's so beautifully peaceful, it scares you. Just stop. You can't even imagine it, can you? That's why it says, look, no one can see me. If you see me, I'll have to kill you, right? And even the children didn't see him. I tell you who did see him, didn't want to see us. So he's selective. And I can't wait. Because I must see you. You're damn right I must. I'll be very annoyed if you don't show me who you are. I will be. I'll be sulking. You don't want me to do that to you, Father? No, son. You don't want me to be miserable, do you? No. No, I don't. I found your weakness in it. He said, one of them. And what's that? These bleeding children. I love them so much. I got the Gentiles. What did you do with the Gentiles? We questioned. Well, because you guys love them more than me. Who told you that? Well, you do. I've seen. Well, that doesn't speak for all of us, Father. He said, thank you, son. I need to hear that. I said, good. Carry on. Well, because you Gentiles have stolen my children's hearts. Why didn't you wipe them out, Father? Why you wipe them out? No, because I'm secretly like them. They serve a good purpose, then. So what I did instead, I offered them. In fact, I gave them. I gave them a place in the promised land, right? To give you, children, right, some competition. Because don't mind sharp that I can't give it to them. And this tells you that, one more time, Romans, double numbers, 11:11. It tells you this is what he done. So don't think just because I'm on Israel, I'm in. Somebody might overtake you in the race, mate. Be careful, Tito. Be careful. Ouch. Ouch. Read what the word says, not what people say. And they can get in just as much as you can get in. It's written. So you have to earn it. It's written. We've all got the same way of getting in. Some of us, he just wants to be the leaders. But we're all the same, right? And we can all rise just by behavior, not by money. Right? Your rank is your behavior and your loyalty, right? Don't forget it, because that's how you rise. We all started off as the pawn in the game of chess, right? And we can be kings and queens, or we can become the pawns. Say no. Well, they make moves upon the board. You started off as the pawn. Don't go backwards and be the board where they make moves upon. You are a pawn looking to do whichever else, not the board where he makes moves on. Pay attention. Always complaining. A bit of music, you're complaining. Right? Anytime I play it, and the woman said, no, stop it. When has he got time for himself then? I said, thank you, miss. Get down into here. Right, we can't live because you upset you. You need to look and see what upsets you, right? Beautiful children, and you're beautiful. You just need to find out what's stopping you from being even more beautified. Innocent. You need to be happy, guys. This is a miserable world, and anyone that can make it happy is us. Remember, materials don't speak. There's no life in them. But there's life in us, right? Don't forget. Beautified children. Stop it, please. All right, Satan. You're trying to lock me up next. Oh, you're doing that already, aren't you? I forgot. I forgot. What can I say? You still love me, don't you? Yeah, I want you to be in my team. Mad. Me. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I will utterly destroy you, son. Don't I know it? So why would I want to be utterly destroyed? To join your nastiness of, wait for it, 33%. You know how much we got? I'm not going to know with myself just for 33. No! And bottom and all that nastiness. What about the animal? The camel and the mammal. No! It's too revolting for me. It's too revolting, this. There's no sex here. Look at me here. The camel and the mammal. Really? Easier. I think you're starting to wake up now, aren't you? I mean, how could you associate yourself with that? Huh? What about burning children? And I mean for children too. Oh, stop it. What, for a house? A car? A jumbo jet? Rasta? You gotta pay for that, son. You have to pay for that. Them glorious, beautiful, rock-steady children. You have to. Right? Because we was one of them children, right? And you're still trying to kill us. Well, taking someone's home and taking someone's freedom, that's equal to killing them, right? And you know this. The Father's gonna do it to you now. Right? And you will remember me, because you'll make sure you whisper it in your ear if it's clean enough. He'll take it over to you and say, come here. And just whisper it. You have no idea what's coming, bro. Wicked son. And remember, it's not your fault because the whole world is set up like this. And we are born in sin because of that animalistic. So it doesn't really have a chance with being partner. It's a dereliction partner. But I'm just saying, you want all this righteous behaviour and there's no one intercepted partner. It's a time. So what? You need to say it like that partner. You see, don't take the sting out of it. But there isn't no partner. There's no one to elevate the feeling of looking for. Alright, I'm just saying. It gets kind of lonely. We're not so nuclear. We don't go big. No. Hell no. You can't put everything and you want to finish with yours. You can't put no. You're damn right. Over the moon. Over the moon. I'm just saying. You need to get your sons to come up from it. They're not too hard. In fact, one of them that needs to show his face. He needs to show his face. We need to get this humanity thing, this connection of humanity. That's what people need. They need to chip up the ass with that. They need to see that part of it. The simple words, you're Hebrew, they know that. You need some more part. Oi, I'm just saying, Father. I'm just saying. Because you know that it's going to become like sky swing, all sorts of things. It's not like they're dividing. Put something to the children, Father. Step it up a bit, show them so you can grab them and take them home with you. But you know what? That's it, and chill. And then nearly ready to change it. And you know you're like the Gentiles as well. Son, please. What's it like? We said, boy, this is one son of God. Not once has he come to me and said to do anything bad to anyone. You're damn right, though. I can tell you that. I'm not frustrated with it. I'm not going to say that. Not sure. I think that's you. It says, no, I'm an empty to itself. It's you can do it, man. Beautiful. You do it. Cautious because of that, we know, the whole cautious, Jesus, and the watching the cautious. Yeah, it was the one I could know about. Yeah, nonsense, it was dead on. to it. There's no backlash. No backlash. That keeps it open now for them to abuse children. Why? Because it's spoken. Over 23%. And you're in a world of the law that says, do as we will. And it's the whole. They said, not just do as we will, it's the whole law. So that's how we were blessed with 33% wickedness. And then when you put a law in this, so we do not protect children. It's a law, by the way, it's a law. So it's like 33%, so you can't touch it. They have access to that spiritually. That's it. And because you don't understand what's going on, and so you can put shit on Jesus and kill that spirit as well. And then don't read the Torah and kill that spirit as well. So look, open up to them. They'll see this. Right, I'm ready, come on, let's go. Alright, last tune. I'm gonna come back and get some bread. Oh, look at the time, man. Brass. Alright, last tune, come on. I didn't see it. I thought it was 8. Right, come on, ready. Last tune. That is a nice tune I just went looking over. That was a nice tune. It was. When we come back, there's some nice low mellow music. It's nice and low as well. Nice and low. You know, mellow? Low. Low, stop it, sir. Baby girl, now one day, would you be my only lover? This is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? Oi. Boy. Alright, let's go and come back. We can have a little dance when we come back. I'm only looking at the cover. Nice, nice. You're my one and only lover. That's it. Who means the world to me? Red bitch. Watch what I'm ready. Keep it simple. And she British, and she nice and lovely. And she British. I feel like it's the Lover Boy selection will come back. You know the old time selection, nice and low, nice and low. Cause they're gonna complain, didn't they? Cause I'm enjoying myself. Oh, this is crazy, isn't it? I have no idea. Horrible people, man. You'd hate to be coming from a seed like that. Oh, gosh. Just wicked. No fun in you guys. No fun in you. No fun. Just bring it raw out. What's that out? Love. Hey, I'm ready guys. I'm ready. Let's go. Damn tobacco. Yeah, that's how the money. Where's the money come from? Good question. Good question, guys. I'll see when I come back if you know. Website. Right.